Hello everyone and welcome once again to another recording of mine. Back to the Tiny Race series. Love doing these on a Saturday morning, gives me going for the week now, or the weekend at least. Great exercise opportunity. Like I said, 5 minutes plus hard effort, quick rest and then straight into it again. Now these courses this week is really interesting, especially the second one. How the packs raced on the second race was absolutely mind-boggling, and I was so not prepared for it. But this first race anyway, we're on hilly route reverse. Finish line is just kind of on the steep bend at the hilly com reverse. So yeah, but as usual, standard kind of start. Everyone's going for it, and yeah, I'm just sitting in. Didn't get much chance to warm up, surprisingly. So again, using this as an opportunity to try and warm the legs up. But yeah. Interesting ride. So yeah, enjoy the show. So yeah, at this point we're at the S's anyway of this course. The usual thing is just to roll with the lumps, but from old I know that this part coming out of the S's anyway, it's a good opportunity to get ahead, just sit at the back, carry the speed down, drop the feather at the bottom of the climb, and then hopefully the speed and the weight will take me over, which it does. I get through to the front and then go on the at the top of the pack or the front of the pack for the descent. Now typically I've done it in the past where at this point then I would attack and carry the speed over, but I'm not feeling it at the moment, so I'm just going to use the opportunity to rest. So yeah, another climb out the villas as well. Again, another opportunity for people to try and break away. We've got a few people that have dropped the feathers from the sprint banner. I'm saving mine for the end, so I'm just trying to keep on again this kind of front group. Just doing my best not to get dropped. And again for another quick descent, just another opportunity to recover before the actual final effort. So yeah, at this point now we're getting to the climb. Again, just trying to keep myself around to the front of the pack. Legs are feeling okay, but yeah, I can see obviously right ahead where the finish kind of is. So I'm doing my best, right in front, pushing over, trying to get out of the draft. A few of us are trying to catch on. At this point then I'm like, right, I'm at the front now, I might as well start pushing. I've still got like less than 300 meters at this point. But yeah, off I go, dropping the feather. Trying to get the inside line to shorten the distance, get around there, and yeah, I'm happy enough that I'm at the front-ish, but then yeah, the riders start coming past me at a rapid rate of knots. So I'm telling myself, right, just try and keep in the top 10, then see if you can do that. See the finish line ahead, and then yeah, just keep going until the end. And that's pretty much the first race done with. Yeah, I look behind just to see if anyone else is going to catch up to me. And then yeah, I think I got in the top 10, so I'm happy with that for a start. So yeah, at this point I'm just going to have a quick cool down using the descent and getting some extra comms in, extra meters in to get me XP up, and then focus on the next one. Now at the start I thought that the finish wasn't the com and it was just before the start of the com, so I was like, okay, we're off to New York, so that's fine. It's a bit hilly and a bit lumpy, but at least I'd have to do the comm. And then as I was doing a bit of research on the bike, I realised, Christ, this is actually going to the comm. So a bit of flapping, realising that I need to change my wheels and my bike, because the comm is absolutely horrendous for me. So yeah, bit of a flap on trying to get myself ready for that. And then equally then I make the other mistake of really not preparing myself, getting to the right speed when we start. As you can see, I've realised that I need to start changing my bike over now. Quick flap of what wheels to put on and what frame to have. And then to try and find the right frame, realising that I've got less than a minute to go. And then yeah, I've then not really matched my speed to the start of the pack, and you'll see that as soon as we set off, I am not doing the right thing with regards to my speed and matching what everyone else is doing, or at least not thinking that what everyone was about to do, or not everyone, but at least the kind of lead group, because this went out hard. But immediately I'm already starting to get distance straight away, so realising that I need to pick the speed up. So yeah, at around 450, trying to catch on, even down the descent. I realised that just if I'm not in the draft, their speed, I'm going to get dropped even further back. So doing my best to try and keep on for the start. We have the burrito, which I don't know if that was a tactical play, as in to see if people could animate this even more so, and it was trying to encourage people to literally drop everyone before the start of the climb. And you can see as we come to this little lump piece here that the burrito is dropped for a lot of people at the point where I wanted to ease off, but then realising that I am not now getting a draft benefit from all these burritos in front of me, so there's a gap then from the riders at the front. And as we then get to the next descent, or the small descent, you can actually see how strung out things are already, and we're only probably not even a kilometre in at this point. So yeah, the people at the front, I don't know if they were heavier riders that wanted to get as far away from the lighter riders or what, but yeah, this was absolutely ridiculous for the first kilometre of this race of how hard people were riding it. And it kind of just was it was just how this race panned out. I was really not expecting this. I wasn't expecting the climb to start with, and then I wasn't expecting people to ride as they were to start with. And yeah, so it was all a case of just hold on the best I can and try not to suffer. But you can see there are packs already forming, there's echelons already forming. It was, yeah, if you're not getting it at this point, I was just so not prepared or expecting this. So yeah, got the first part of the climb. I'm around 40th and whatnot. So already I'm really far back. So a mixture of out the saddle, in the saddle, just managing the efforts and that, and just seeing if there's any riders that are dropping back a bit. Just they become my carrot then, and I'll just try and latch onto them. So yeah, just in and out of the saddle, find a rider, see if I can get onto their wheel. If I can get onto their wheel, great. If not, then I'll just see what riders are doing behind me. But I am kind of slowly working my way back up through some of the riders, which I was happy with, and yeah, just basically holding on the best I can. So at this point then I thought I came through the banner, I thought that was a finish, and then I realised looking at the map, hold on, the blue banner is actually a bit further on, which caught me off. But at that point I think a lot of other people thought the same thing, so at least I didn't drop any more paces. But I was there 35th, so bear in mind I think I was around 43rd before at the start of that climb, so I got a few places, so I was happy enough with that result, considering it was a climb. And it reminded me back to when I set the UK Armed Forces One Day Military Madness, was 2 times up that climb, so I now at least half know what the people were experiencing during that race, which if you are watching this I am very sorry for. So again, just using the descent to gain some more meters, just to keep my XP going, and before then jumping into the pen. And I'm licking my wounds after that one, but grateful from a quick check on the phone that at least the next 2 laps, or the next 2 courses are going to be flatter. So I was at least I wouldn't say buzzing, because the legs were pretty tired at this point, but at least I was grateful for the course selection for the last 2. And this one is pretty much just a flat course, and yeah, hold it on. So yeah, standard start for this one as well. Just riders going at the usual tempo, holding on, and yeah, I'm just thinking, right, all I'm going to do for this one is just surf the wheels and wait for the sprint and see what happens at the sprint, and if I've got any legs left. So just going to fast forward this one because yeah, it's pretty flat, not many lumps to contend with, and it's just like I said, sit with the pack and wait for the sprint. So yeah, coming to the sprint then, pushed my way to the front. Obviously a lot of people have dropped, or a few people anyway, have dropped the aero. I'm just trying to sit on some wheels. And then when it gets to about 300, I then try and get the sprint in. Actually some riders already got the speed going and come past. But again, I'm aiming for a top 10 finish here. So nice, legs were tired already, but yeah, the game was just to sprint on until we get to the finish. And again, I'm relatively happy with how it went for us here. Positioned myself back over to get that inside line, and then yeah, I think I was 8th in the end. So no complaints with this one either really. Just a good session. Flat was just a good chance to recover. So yeah, no complaints. So on to the final one there, the Champs-Élysées. Yep, no, it's not a full lap. The finish is at the Lettice Sprint, which is a drag up. So again, my game plan is just sit in, surf the wheels, try and not get to the front, and yeah, see what's left for this final. So I know at this point then that this descent, or the small bit under the bridge anyway, some people can attack. I've done that in the past where I've attacked coming on the climb out. So I thought just to look out, keep to the front and see what people go. And I know I've not got the legs to do any kind of solo breakaways or anything like that. So I'm just like, see what everyone else wants to do and then react to it. But I need to be relatively at the front so that I don't get dropped back. So got through the banner, and yeah, looking up ahead, I know the finish is somewhere up here, so I'm already kind of thinking, can I do anything? Pace is going to start picking up shortly as well, with people once we get to the kind of start of the climb, if we call it that. And yeah, as you will see shortly anyway, once it gets to the kind of final 300-400 meters, I don't have much left in the legs at that point. So yeah, this is the point where people are really pushing on. I've had to try and get out of the saddle a few times already just to try and keep with them. And I'm thinking, if I'm getting out of the saddle at this point just to try and keep onto the wheels and not even sprinting, I've got nothing left for the actual sprint itself. So it's kind of a bit like damage limitation now, and just bring it home just for a finish. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm still happy with the ride. I'm happy with all the races that I did today. Now, so them first two races really sapped the legs. But that's what the point of this is, isn't it? It's a kind of, it is that if you get tired early, it's a case of then holding on and seeing what you can make of it for the rest. So yeah, all in all, good race, good another workout with the timed race series, and yeah, very much enjoyed. For another race review, record, whatever you want to call it, if you liked it, as always, comment, like, and all that good stuff. And yep, I'll catch you all very soon, either for a Z race or the Zwift Racing League, depending on which one I do first. So yeah, thanks for watching again. Take it easy. Bye bye.